Motherhood is a blessing. It is a stage and a place that most women that are married pray to be in. And if you are married and you do not have a child, or you have a delay in having children, it can be emotionally stressful and depressing. It's not even a good place to be in. And I feel like that's the reason why a lot of persons shy away from this topic that I want to talk about, which is loneliness and isolation as a mother. Nobody likes talking about it because I feel like society makes us women feel like if you talk about this thing and if you express how you feel about this stage sometimes, it means you're ungrateful about the stage that you are. It means you are second guessing your decision to be a mother, and that is not it. Some things are just reality. Some things will just happen. You just find yourself being there and airing out your views, talking about these things is something I feel like will help you feel a sense of relief, you know. I had friends when I was single. I'm not really a friends kind of person. I'm a very, very confined person. So I can pretty much can pick and count my friends. I can't even tell you that I had more than three, four friends. You know, when I wanted to get married, I was finding it hard finding people to do ashiebi girls for me or people to do bridesmaids for me. And at the point, I just settled for just one, which was ashiebi girls, and they ended up being four. Just four people that I could say, okay, these were close to me. But at least I still had a sort of girly circle. I still had people I could hang out with, some people I could go out with and feel like the girl that I am. And then it happened so abruptly. Immediately I got married, it was as if my life changed. I still try to keep up as a young girl. I still try to tell myself that I'm a young girl and I try to keep up with my friends, but I know that this is not the same anymore. Even if you want to keep up, it's not just going to be the same. I got married, and before I knew it, it took months for me to see my friends, my supposed friends, right? It took months. Sometimes we'll plan and plan. I know that life also happens, even for my supposed single friends, right? And my friends generally, life happens to all of us that, okay, this one is facing their life challenges and all that. But even at that, as single people, together, it was still a little bit easy to say, oh, how far? And then we hang out. But now, God, you will have to call and someone will say, oh, I'm not having time. Or you yourself, you cannot even have time. Your priorities just changes as a wife. And then when you now become a mother, ah, your priorities extra changes. You now have to make space for you and your child. You now have to make space for the bond, like to build bond, to build relationship with your child. All of a sudden, other things do not matter. And these days, to be very honest, I don't even like going out again. Before, at least, I could just think about myself. If I want to go out, oh, all I needed to do was my friend calls me or I call my friend and we decide to hang out. But nowadays, when you even call me, it's either I'm not in the compost mentis for that, or I'm even scared that my child may not be in the good mood for that outing. Because of course I have to go with my child. I don't have any other person who is going to be taking care of my child for me during the period that I'm going to be away. There was a time that my friend self, one of my single friends, was doing a birthday party, and then she pretty much said, "Oh, I would love a situation. I'm not saying don't come with your child if you have to and if you must do that, but I would really love a situation whereby you just come as you, as a person, as my friend, and let's have fun as girlies." And it took a lot to have my husband take care of my child. It just made me start like saying, ah, I can't even keep all my friends any longer. And now that I now have my child, To hang out with my friends became a chore because I'm thinking, what if my child is not in the mood for that outing? What if he goes there and misbehave? What if he goes there and he becomes cranky? Like there was a particular time I wanted to go for a wedding and I told myself I was going to go with my child, my son. I had finished doing my makeup. I had finished doing my makeup and then my son became cranky. Like he just what everything was just irritating him. He just and I was just asking myself, will I be able to handle this at the party? You are wearing makeup with your child. My husband was not around. Assuming he was even around, I was say, okay, let us go together. If push comes to shove, both of us will be, sharing the whole duty. But it was just me. I will wear high heel with cloths. And then I'll go for the party and then my child become cranky and I will not even have fun. I used to see women that when they come for parties, they'll carry baggage, they'll carry their child there, they will be looking so tattered and unkept and unorganized. And I just imagine myself in that shoes. And I aborted mission. I did not go for that party. I was fully made up. I was made up. And it was my cousin's wedding. I did not go for that party. I just went back home and used the makeup to create content because my makeup could not waste. I didn't want it to waste. When you get married, there is always going to be your single friends feeling like you cannot keep up or you don't want to keep up because you feel like there has to be a separation between married people and single people because people have that idea and sentiment. I love my friends, I value them, and I would really love a situation where I can hang out with them and have fun with them and everything. But most often than not, I'm constrained. How do you now explain that to your friend that, oh, these are the situations I can't come out? And then there's this other scenario. Even if I finally make it out of the house with my child, of course, both of us we had an agreement that wanted to go out to have fun, to feel like ladies, women, and everything. And there's a child. Of course, at a point, your child will poo poo, and you have to change diaper at your dates. You get there's a point that you have to feed your child. You're feeling all single and sexy and everything, and then your child starts, and then you just start perceiving some kind of things. I just feel like it's going to be uncomfortable for me and my friend. So most often than not, I just say, I know they go. Sometimes I wish that they will just understand that my comfortable place right now is my home, where my child can just play around and feel like a child without being okay constrained. And I don't want you to feel uncomfortable in my company. So I will try not to come out to hang out with you. I mean, you cannot be dressing up and coming out to all of that. I find it more convenient to even hang out with my husband's friends and their wives because we are all married and we are in the same circle. So even if my child becomes cranky, you will understand that it's children's thing. You will know that, oh, your own child is doing the same exact thing, same thing at that same time. So it's not something strange. We are all going through it. You know, if I feel like if at a point I get tired, I'm telling my husband, oh, let us go home. You would understand because you are also there. Because of this whole thing, I found out that I'm always mostly on my own. I'm either at home or I'm at the shop. I find that I'm not going out. And like I said, if I must go out or if I am going out, it has to be with my husband, friends, and their wives. But sometimes it feels like you're missing out on your social activities and all. Sometimes it feels like you're missing out on a lot. And the society now puts this clamp on you that you cannot talk about these things. You just have to go through it. If you talk about it, then you're not fit to be a mother. Are you even ready to be a mom? Because these things are normal. Yes, they are normal. But doesn't mean I cannot express myself. Doesn't mean I cannot feel it. How do I explain it to you? It's just a lot. While I'm grateful, like I said at the beginning of this video, to be a mom, I'm grateful to be a wife. This is a point and a stage I prayed for fervently and earnestly, and I would not trade it for anything. But these are the issues. This is where I find myself. This is the point I find myself. And I just know that it's a stage. I tell myself that it's a stage that is going to pass. And I find making videos really helpful. I find it's a safe space to talk about things. I find being in front of the camera. Sometimes I do my makeup just so that I can come in front of the camera and talk, create content for you guys and all. It keeps me in tune with my younger self. It keeps me in tune with my child childish self. I don't want to be that woman that is always haggard and at home and everything, not taking care of herself and all. I don't want to be that woman that let herself go basically. But the time you're taking care of your child, you just find out that time is going. I want to have other children. I'm praying for that and all. But it's just what it is. I just felt that I should come talk about this today because this is the reality of this is my reality right now. And yeah, do you feel as if you're being isolated from your friends and what you used to know when you were younger, when you got married, or when you had a child? Like, how was it for you? I would really love to know. Can we talk in the comments? And yes, I know I've not introduced myself. My name is Josephine Kenichi. I'm a wife. I'm a mom of one. I'm a makeup artist based in Asaba, Nigeria. And on this channel, we'll talk about lifestyle, makeup, skincare, vlogs, and of course YouTube growth. Yeah, so if you are just stumbling on this channel for the very first time, I hope you have a reason to stay. Click on the subscribe button and become a family member already. It is all good vibe around here. And if you're a returning subscriber, how far? You know how we do it here. Let's talk in the comments and I'll see you in my next video.